Let's do that, man. Because Boomin, he got the subtlety rogue. I want to see him play some more. He didn't get to play much. Sarathon is new. He didn't get to play much. Lucron got kind of wiped out pretty quickly. But then he did pretty well. But he didn't expect to go against literally the Demon Warlock God. You know what I mean? So he has to get more of a setup. You know what I mean? We got ourselves Boomin playing some Elemental on the Team Red. We got ourselves Legend Blade playing sub. We got ourselves Lucro going up first versus Crispy. Looking pretty crispy himself. Big Demons coming out for Lucro. That's not coming out right now. That's actually I was going to introduce Team Blue, but I guess I'm not going to be able to. Lucro is going to bail out of that situation. It's going to be Root coming out onto the Demons. Crispy looking like to back it up a little bit. Lucro is going to be in a different position right now. Fear trying to come out onto the Warlock. Does get a trap. Oh my god, that's a free. The trap was perfect onto that Fear. Well done, man. Let it done, Crispy. Lucron's still going to be able to get all the pets up and running on the Hunter. As Crispy is going to be looking for Lucron. Grand Life coming out right now for the Warlock, trying to survive. That's going to be a horror effect. Gets the CJ and combo going into a Fear. Hand will go down to getting set up. Getting the Urzel pet is out and everything. All the pets are up and running. Stun coming on to Crispy. He's going to get the Tyrant coming out right now. Is that Tyrant going to sacrifice his hips? It does. Crispy needs to be aware of the Tyrant damage. Is he aware how much damage he does? Big old one shot. And Tyrant fucks him up, literally. Probably not the best or the most PC word I could use here, but hey, that's like the best way I could describe that. Obliterated, decimated, just deconstructed into cells and then just imploded. Cinderella's up next. On Team Blue, we also got Erain playing some Boomy. Didn't get to play last time. We got Saren also didn't get to play in Thundress. Thundress? Is that Thundress or Thundress? Doesn't look like he's wearing a dress. Lucron goes down. I literally just, oh my god. I don't know what happened. I feel bad now because I didn't even get to watch what happened there. I was just introducing Team Blue and I just look at Lucron's dead. Then again, how many people would love to watch a Warlock get one shot by a Feral, especially at low health, you know what I mean? You guys didn't miss that much. You guys see plenty of that on regular videos. Gonna be Santhan. Try to see if you can make a play versus Cinderella. Thorns coming up pretty early. That's gonna be Enrage Regen coming out for Santhan. Gonna be a big leap. Could go for a charge from Africa. Gonna get a massive heal on Cinderella with a Fear to follow. Gonna slow up and running. Still has Thorns for a moment. That's gonna be a wall for Cinderella. Sun coming down onto the Feral. Sathram trying to get some damage to Cinderella. Not looking like it's good. Not looking that good right now. Straight coming out off of that badge. His health is still about half. Cinderella's gonna go for the mass. Oh, Incarn is down. So that was a massive burst out of Cinderella. It does get a charge heal off of the Feral, but not playing the Catchika playstyle. This is gonna be very difficult to deal with the Feral. Haymaker coming out. Try to go for the Xander Rachel. Not gonna happen with the bleeds. Santhan, his Rachel just didn't really get that much value. Couldn't quite AoE out Cinderella, as Cinderella did get himself a reset. That's going to be a short Stormbolt. Not a lot of damage going on to the Feral, as they do have a massive amount of heal going on right now. Thorns coming out. That's going to be Santhan just hitting into himself. The Thorns are going to be doing damage back, and I don't think he's going to be able to do much about it without Enrage Regen or Deflect. It's going to be very, very hard to play. Santhan, I think it's the first time trying. But going Reflect against certain classes, not a bad idea. That's going to be Booming up next, playing Elemental. Cinderella, do you roll the tank trinket from BOD? I do wonder. I do like that bow, though. I do like that bow, though, for Cinderella. Booming get himself a Greater Fire Ellie and another Fire Ellie coming out early. He's going to go picking up eyes while he's running on with his Elemental posse. Cinderella is just going to hug that wall, maybe until Booming gets close enough to maybe get a stun. But when he's keeping his distance off the bat. Now he's going to get too close. Trick coming out immediately into Lightning Lasso, letting the pet start doing some work. Lightning Lasso taking percentage damage out of Cinderella, taking him down. Gonna drop Cinderella almost to about half health, knocking the Feral back. Stormkeeper coming out while Cinderella coming out right now, trying to get some damage onto Boomin. Maledict to follow. Cinderella is not gonna be able to heal that much. Good thing they had a wall pre-set up and ready to go. Earthshock coming down with a root. Cinderella needs to go for some heals right now. Now that Mal is over, massive heals coming out. It's gonna be massive renewal coming in for Cinderella as Boomin is just trying to see if he can get kicked on nature so he can get some maybe fire damage in. Going to be a kick by Cinderella onto Boomin. Wall coming out for Boomin right now. Forcing out chicken on Cinderella with that Lassa. That's going to be some healing surges coming out for free. Cinderella's still going to get a massive bite in it. Does get a root onto Boomin. But the Earth Elemental is still going to be there, beating up Cinderella, not letting him reset for a while until he does dissipate. Boomin is trying to be proactive, trying not to let the Feral get a reset. It's going to be a big Earth Shock into a root. Force Cinderella to power shift out of that. Cinderella does get himself an instant-cast heal in there. And Boomin just waiting for that Lightning Lasso, trying to see if he can get Cinderella low. He's going to get a knock from the Feral, not to let him get too many setups. Boom is going to get himself a Lightning Lasso. I thought Cinderella was going to try to see if he could eat the Lightning Lasso while in bear form, but percentage damage, I guess, wouldn't really help him too much either, right? Gonna give himself a huge shield right now. Bash coming out. Gonna get a big old bite into Boomin. Boomin is gonna exchange a couple meatballs in. And that's gonna be Incarnation for Cinderella, though. Big cooldowns coming out. Unless he doesn't know Incarnation, that's Berserker, I guess. It's gonna be short. Capacitor Totem does stun Cinderella for a moment. Healing Surge is coming out for Boomin. He's gonna drop an Earthshock, trying to see if he can trip up Cinderella while he can. Cinderella is gonna bail out of there. Dampening starting to roll in for the both of those. So it's really gonna be a dampener duel, but also lack of trinkets. Cinderella doesn't have a trinket for a while. Pre-wall this damage in case Boomin does go for Lightning Last. So Boomin is gonna go into travel form, into Ghost Wolf just to get whatever heals he can. Drock it out Cinderella. Cinderella pop it into bear form. Lightning Last coming in as he shifts back into feral form. Gonna do good percentage damage on him. Cinderella is going to have to go for a full re-heal, get a massive heals without Swiftman in there. Boomin is continuing to run, has a wall available. Cinderella looking like they have renewal right now. Might even use renewal while in bear. No, doesn't need to. Doesn't feel like he's threatened. Needs to get a reset though. Gonna give some regrowth, holding on to that heal for now. Not gonna put it on cooldown until emergency situation comes in. But going to bear and getting a massive heal is a good idea. There's going to be greater fire elemental coming in for Boomin, but the elemental is a little bit slow. Not sure exactly how to deal with a small little ledge, especially in the deal with Cinderella. Lightning Last coming out. Greater fire Ellie finally able to do some work, able to do some damage, dropping Cinderella down to about half. Big Earthshock coming down, gets him by the Earthshock right before he goes to the bear form. Bash coming in, pre-wall coming in for Cinderella is going to force Cinderella to power shift without root. That's going to be a big knockback. Stormkeeper coming out, another big Earthshock. It's going to be lots of damage for Boomin with a Rachel. Malady going to trade it. Oh, and Malady goes for Cinderella. Actually took so much damage with a Malady. Big old lightning bolts. Barely survives it. Capacitor Totem on one side doesn't notice Capacitor. Does get a trick it out early. Boomin's continued to run. Used to get that Lightning Last, keeping Cinderella's health low while he got it. Or the Bind Totem on one side. Try to catch Cinderella on the other side. Haymaker following up. No stun though. DR Boomin completely. But that does get a knockback, which is good to know. This still has a knockback effect, boys, if you want to use it. Rooting down Cinderella. Trying again to keep the health low. Lightning Last to connect. Is this going to be it? And finally Cinderella does go down. Very well placed Lightning Last. So that's exactly what we needed. On Team Below, we do have a Rand DC'd. Hopefully they'll come back. Next up is going to be Siren. I'm going to give Water Duel for Boomin. 12% dampening rolling in, so Duel hasn't been going on for that long. Boomin's looking to make some plays right now. Siren is going to go for the little bit of bow reset. I think he's playing some Assassination, which is probably the best spec to go against Boomin right now. I think Outlaw can do really well if you play up properly. Yeah, crippling poison, all the poisons are getting applied. Let's make sure he's all good to go. Cheap shot coming down to Boomin. Gonna be able to... Oh, burning Shadow Step early might be a bad move. As it's gonna be a knockback. Boomin... Oh, Serena does go for advantage a little bit early as Boomin goes for that Thunderstorm in. Boomin is gonna go pick up Eyes right now. Looking for the rogue a little bit early. Again, being proactive. Does find Serena. Does find him. Looking for the man. Lightning Last to follow. Drink coming out for Sarna. Kidney Shot coming on to Boomin. Is he going to go for big damage? No, hasn't popped Vendetta yet. He just wants to get some damage to Boomin. Doing a fair amount of work. That's going to be Toxic Blade coming out. Oh, no Toxic Blade. What is he running instead of Toxic Blade? That's still Boomin taking a bit of damage. That's going to be Shadow Meld against Boomer's Hex. That's going to be Garrote to follow as Boomer does pop wall. Very well done. Trying to avoid Boomin's CC. That's going to be a big old Hex off of that stun. Boomin is going to be allowed to get full healing surges in there. Back to back. Siren is just going to have to wait this out a little bit. As lightning bolts are going to start zapping him. Get the shot coming out. Does get a big old knock for Boomin. Boomin didn't have to sit that stun for too long. Gonna get a few insta-casts in there. Starting to get a pre-feint rolling. Earth Shock coming down. Or that's gonna be Frost Shock to root it in place. Healing Surge coming in for Boomin as he's just continuing to pelt him from a distance. Cyrano isn't out of the fight yet. Still holding on to Cloak of Shadows. It's gonna be double Elemental coming in for Boomer. Shadow Step coming in. It's gonna be a Lightning Lasso. No trick available. Didn't pre-cloak it. And Boomer does zap the rogue out of there. Next up is gonna be either Araname. Looks like they're back. And Thundress is up next. And Legend Blade is just getting a bit of teabag to say, why you gotta teabag Cinderella? They're such a nice person, man. Why you gotta do that? It's either gonna be Arain or Thundress. Hopefully these guys are letting him know, hey man, somebody gotta go. We gotta get it going. 23% dampening. You guys are just taking a lot less situation. Give yourself lots less chance to make a play. This is gonna be Thundress. The Elemental Shaboy has a grounding totem, so that's going to be an advantage over Boomer. Thundress getting out there, man. Going in first. That's going to be Lightning Lasso. Trick it out of Boomer. Trick it out of Thundress as well. Not going to sit it. Traded Trinkets. Needs to make sure that grounding is there. Stormkeepers available for both of them. Thundress is going to go for massive damage right now. Big zaps coming in on each other. Boomer is actually taking as much damage as Thundress right now. Thundress health is about more than half health. Trying to get a healing surge. It's going to get Hex out of that. No! Hex doesn't connect. Thundress needs to get a healing surge back to back. Try to go for a Hex on the Boomer. It's going to land at Hex. Mallet to hit him though. Not going to be able to get that much value on healing, but he's continuing to heal. Continuing to power through. 28% dampening. Going to get the Earth Shield on there. Oh no, the lightning lasso doesn't end them right now. Barely is in hell. It does go down. Boomin just waited out just until he had a chance. Full burst on the Thundress. Boomin, I don't know how he lived in double zaps. I guess maybe he had like some kind of a healing proc happening. That's gonna be Arain. Gonna go with a big old Barsk. Not Barskin. Thorns are up first. Interrupt coming in for Boomin. Bash coming in onto Boomin. Arain needs to get some big damages right now. Does he go for Inkard? It might just be Inkard right now. It's hard to tell because a lot of those cooldowns are just closed off. Maybe if I add some add-ons so we can watch the cooldowns above people's heads. This is going to be Lightning Lasso forcing out a Trinket out of Arain. This is going to be disarmed to Boomin. Not really sure if it does anything here. Boomin's not going to be able to really auto-attack him if he ever needed to. Stormkeeper available. Arain getting hit with a big old Earth Shock. Didn't get a silence into Boomin. Wildgirl's trying to come out. Does get interrupted on those. Bearform coming in. Bark's going to follow. Needs to get himself a massive reheal. This is going to be a hard fight to get through. Trying to go for Hots right now. Trying to get Hots, even Wild Growth to go and help him out. Gonna be some instant cast to go for Boomer. Boomer still has a fair amount of health though. Arain is in a bad situation right now. Trial form available. Lightning Lasso, is that gonna be it? Is that gonna be the ability to finish them off? Lightning Lasso, no! Not quite, unless we got an Earthshock out of Boomer. Boomer's just trying to do what he can just to finish him off. Bash coming in again. Arain getting knocked out. He's gonna power shift out of it. Gonna use the mobility, the big knock the Boomer gave him in order to get back behind the pillar. Maybe even catch a re-stealth at this point. Might not be a bad idea. Let's get a travel form or the bind totem on one side. Arain needs to get a setup going, needs to do something. Boomin is just getting resource up and running. Big old Ursha coming down, slams it in. That's going to be a big old 4v1 for Boomin. Very well played, my man. Very well played. Alright, boys, let's get another champ setup going. Let's get 2 new people in there, man. I want to see 2 new names, 2 new faces, 2 new people overall. I'd be very, very happy to see that, man.